morning.
Good morning. This is my second portion, and we have to be in the lobby in 10 minutes.
So let's just, we're just waiting for our driver here in the lobby. Let's just take a look at what exactly we're doing today. This. And with this I mean Karon Viewpoint, Big Buddha, and the Chalong Temple. These are three of the biggest tourist attractions in Phuket. So we thought it'd be a good idea to sort of combine them in one day. We're not all that much into too touristy things, but we think there's some pretty cool views from here. We thought we would take you to show them to you. Any comments?
It's gonna be beautiful. And if Big Buddha is not done building yet, I'm gonna have yet another brick in the Big Buddha. Let's go. Yes.
Did you just study what you're gonna say?
No, I know this by heart. Okay, so we are at the Chalong Temple.
Yep.
Here in Patong, which is a huge tourist attraction in Phuket. Here in Phuket, which is a huge. Try not to die today. Which is a huge tourist attraction, but yeah. So this is like a classical Buddhist temple where many local people they come here to pray, and a lot of Westerners like ourselves come here to learn about Buddhism.
Okay, so why have you taken your shoes off?
Take my cap and my shoes off to, yeah, firstly because it says in the sign, but second is also, like you do this in a lot of Buddhist temples to kind of show respect for Buddha.
Yep. No, we don't want to show no disrespect. No hugging zone.
So we are in the main entrance of the temple. We just got in, and yeah, we're just walking around and enjoying all the Buddhists in this place of worship.
Okay, guys. So we didn't really know whether we were allowed to take pictures in here or whether it's respectful to take pictures. But in here there's a lot of signs and focus on what is respectful and what you should not do around Buddhas. It's a lot about using Buddha as decorations, which is apparently not very good. But it doesn't say anything anywhere about taking pictures, and there are no signs saying that we can't take pictures. There was a huge sign with like do's and don'ts. It didn't mention anything about taking pictures, so we believe that this might be okay. I have sometimes heard otherwise, but if you do know, please let us know in the comments. And we definitely try to be as respectful these religious symbols as possible.
Shame this is not in Chinese and we'd be able to read it.
So as you see, it's really, really beautiful in here. A lot of beautiful paintings and decorations. And, yeah.
This temple is proudly brought to you by DTAG cell phone service provider.
It's nice. Hey, look up there. You can actually see the Buddha from here.
Ah, Big Buddha.
Yeah.
Which we are gonna go see next, right?
Next, I think. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so
yeah. It was. I think it was the first time I ever visited a Buddhist temple. It was. I was really surprised by how many Buddhas that were in there.
It's a very touristy places.
It is
not very authentic. You have tourists that are like paying to go in there and pray with like proper Buddhist. Yeah. It's not very authentic.
I mean, you can really see that this is a tourist attraction.
Yeah, you obviously still have to pay respects and take off your shoes and stuff like that. But apart from that, it's getting thirsty. Warm morning in Thailand.
Cheers. Sparkling water.
Sparkling water, not up.
It's not a Watson, but a Sing has soda water. It's
Sing is the same brand as our beer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very stark bubbles.
Yeah,
actually.
and I like that.
Yeah, you like them? I like them a little bit softer.
You do? Yeah.
So all in all, I give this a 3 out of 5 for sparkling water, Danish water. What's your review?
I say this is a really strong. I mean, a really strong 4.
Strong 4?
Yeah, I like it when the bubbles almost hurt my throat.
What would have brought it to a 5?
It should be served in a proper glass with some ice.
Okay, but the bubbles are absolutely
the bubbles
perfect.
are top bottles. Yeah, the best bubbles I've ever had.
Apparently,
you're not allowed to either feed or catch the monkeys.
But you know what that means?
What does it mean?
A monkey's here.
A monkey's here.
That's cool. Okay, this might be a long day.
That is one big Buddha.
Take a look at this.
Okay, we came up the stairs. This is a big Buddha. They started building it in 2004. I'm not sure if it's actually done yet, but in 2017, 80% of the construction work was done. And the amazing thing about this Buddha is that it's been funded completely only by donations. Donations of 30 million baht, which is around $1 million.
Why? And what is inside, Tobias?
I'm inside. Because I was here like 10 years earlier and I put my name on a brick and then we put in the big Buddha. So I'm inside this Buddha. My name is at least.
I don't think it's completely respectful to say that you're inside Buddha.
It is. I actually read somewhere that it's pretty respectful to say you're inside Buddha.
One of the ways that this Buddha is funded is that people come here and they buy a tile that is put inside the big Buddha. It's going to be on the inside, and on these tiles you can write your own name on it or something else. Okay, so this is the Karon Viewpoint, and this down here is Karon Beach, but it looks very nice from here. And there's basically not a lot to tell about this place, except that it's a nice view. You will, to get the most out of it, you'll probably have to go here yourself. This basically concludes our round trip on Phuket. We've visited 3 tourist sites today, and I think when we get back home to the hotel, get some lunch, I think we're going to tell you a bit about sort of do a review. So should you do this type of tour or should you prioritize other things while you're in Phuket?
Lunch is done and now we have next day of class. School is over.
School's done for today.
Yep.
And
now it's time to go find some food.
Okay, found a little bit more quiet part of the street.
Yeah.
And spot an Indian restaurant here. I think we're gonna take a look at the menu card and it might be a good option.
Skal vi ikke det? Jeg vil godt få prøve noget mad. Okay, super. Place to eat?
Not the Indian place we were at before, because that was a buffet and looked really disgusting.
Yeah, and it was a buffet.
It was a buffet, so
No
yep,
thanks.
but we found a new Indian place. Apparently they have a lot of these here in Thailand. I think the prices are...
We're in Patong area still, so it's not gonna be very cheap, but it's
fairly cheap.
kind of nice. You can get a chicken korma for 250 baht, which is 50 kroner, which is a fine price.
Yeah. Yep. So we got some food.
Looks delicious.
So we promised a review of the day today. So if you should say the best thing about the trip today, what would that be?
The best thing, I think, would definitely be, I think Big Buddha had a really nice view, and the whole Big Buddha is pretty, it's nice. It's a very touristy attraction, but it is nice, and I think it was really cool that we got to put our own tile into it. The least favorite thing was the viewpoint. It was a nice view. After all, it's just a view. There's not much else to see, and we got to take a really cool time lapse from Big Buddha, so that was nice. Oh no, how do you rate the value of a trip like this?
There are 2 aspects of it. Maybe the value isn't too high of this trip compared to the fact we paid 500 Danish kroner, but 500 Danish kroner isn't that much for a private taxi driver driving around for 4 hours. And I would nevertheless recommend everybody to do this trip, because it was a nice trip and you got to see the things like the big tourist attractions. You got to see the Big Buddha, a nice view, and you got to see the temple. However, if you do enjoy things that are a bit more cultural and a bit more authentic, I would recommend going out and kind of arranging these tours yourself, finding a nice temple, finding something you actually want to see that's a bit more authentic, and then go see that. But if you're here on a week on a vacation with your family, I would recommend going on this trip because it was nice, it was a good trip, and you got to see some culture. Okay, now we've been eating for half an hour or something, and we completely forgot to rate the tour.
Yeah.
So on a scale from...
Because that's a new thing. We always rate stuff because we're now a reviews YouTube channel.
On a scale from 1 to 5, how many stars does this tour get?
I think we came to a pretty good agreement at it's a small 3. It's a good tour, reasonable value for money, but it isn't like I would say that you need to do this no matter what. I think a small 3, pretty average. We're done eating.
Yeah,
it's been a great night.
Very nice meal.
Very nice meal once again. And I think that's it. We have an early day once again tomorrow.
Yes. We actually promised ourselves that every single day here in Thailand we'll get up by 6 a.m. to start the day.
And we're gonna do that again tomorrow. So
after the meal, now we're gonna head home, go to sleep.
Yep.
So we can get up tomorrow.
See you then.
See you then.